And we're back, ladies and gentlemen, with the final episode of Just Cause 2, broadcasting live here from Cult Classic Neo headquarters. As always, I am your host, one Michael T. Shamborn III. Let's talk a little bit about why this is going to be the final episode of Just Cause 2. Well, over the last couple episodes, you've heard me talk about some of the tedium that's involved in getting the fun out of this game, but there's also some flaws in this game that really keep it from being as amazing as it should be. And there were some things that I had forgotten about how sometimey the game can be. So I'm at this base that about, I want to say 2 or 3 hours ago, I spent an hour basically 100%ing this base. Took me about an hour to do it. Had a good time. Saved the game, turned it off, went to go spend some time with my family. And lo and behold, the game didn't save at all. That's just unacceptable for me. First of all, it took me 5 minutes of real human lifetime to fly from the checkpoint back to this base. I had unlocked a bunch of agency missions, more black market missions. I had unlocked a bunch of crap that now is lost because the game simply did not save when I hit the save button. And that's a deal breaker for me. I'm about to re-unlock the agency mission. I just don't want to play a game where I have to work so hard to get the there is a lot of fun to be had. I had a great time blowing up this base until probably the last 20 minutes of it, which another issue I have. Get low, get low, get low, get low, get low, get low. Missiles incoming. Yeah, it's about to tell me about the agency mission I just unlocked. So I have beef with two things with 100%ing this base, other than the fact that it didn't save when I did it. One, 100%ing a base, I just figured out, because I didn't play Just Cause 2 that long when I first played it on Xbox 360 before I quit. Not only do you have to blow up everything, God, they have to talk all the time. Yeah, you've known that for like 2 hours. I don't care. This story is completely asinine. Anyway, two beefs with 100%ing a base. First, not only do you have to blow everything up, which is the fun part of 100%ing a base. Watch it, missiles. You also have to find all of the hidden treasure at the base, which is put in some of the most asinine places, which I know where all of it is now, so I could totally 100% this base if I wanted to. I'm probably not going to over the course of this video because I'm not going to make you watch me play this for an hour. But of course I just blew up my helicopter by flying into a tree. And now we're going to continue the game, and hopefully it's going to start me at the closer checkpoint so I can showcase some of what actually makes this game fun. But yes, okay, thank God. This will only take 2 minutes to get all the way back across the map. But the point of my tirade here, my rant, if you will, let me make sure I'm going the right way on the map because I did this wrong the last time I got in the boat. Two beefs I have with the bases. One, it's not just the fun part, which is blowing everything up. That's the fun part. You also have to find all the stupid little treasures, which is not the fun part. There's nothing really fun about it because it's hidden in these little nooks and crannies. And I guess the third beef is enemies respawn constantly inside a base. Like, there should just be a fixed number of enemies that I'm killing and then moving on with my life. I've never liked games that respawn enemies. Call of Duty does it. Just Cause 2 does it. But the biggest beef out of all three of these is the fact that 100%ing a base really doesn't do anything for you. Like, there's no super dope payout after you do it. You don't get the helicopters in your inventory. It just, like, you're just doing it just to be a completionist. And granted, I understand that some people probably like that idea. Actually, I don't want to go to this side of the map. I want to go to the other. I want to go to where the helicopters are.
50 farmers were killed and a further 100 injured in the fierce fighting.
Alright, I think there's a helicopter parked on the side of this building right here, if memory serves me properly. Let's get it. Yeah, buddy. Oh man, come on. With your no grappling hooks out. So anyway, those are my 3 beefs with these huge bases, which are fun to blow up. Don't find it particularly amusing. Oh, Jesus, these people keep talking. I know that already. Oh, man, ladies and gentlemen, you know what? You know what, y'all? I'm just done. That is a perfect icing on the cake for Just Cause 2. I hate to end on a sour note like that, but this game crashes. There's not enough incentive to keep the player playing past the tedium of the first couple hours, which is basically you've got to get to the point where you can find the fighter jets, and then still most of the game is only enjoyable from the air. Once you get on the ground, it takes so much time to traverse the maps on foot that it's just not worth it. It just isn't, and you're typically always low on ammo. Like, the game just starts you off way too encumbered for the experience to ultimately be amazing. And that's really my primary beef with Just Cause 2. I think it does belong on the cult classics list because of what the developers and publisher Square Enix attempted to do with such a grandiose, game in terms of its scope, but it really needed some help in the execution, especially in the balancing between the tedium and the fun. Just not enough fun for where the tedium is. So I'm going to go ahead and adjourn here. That's kind of my rule as I play video games. The minute they stop being fun, I stop playing them. I've learned over the years as I've gotten older, I'm not going to force myself through a game that I'm not. And like, here's the deal. Like, I won't force myself through a game that I'm not loving. Like, even if I just barely like it, sometimes I'll still be like, this is cool, but I could be spending time on something that's much better and not wasting my time on something that's lesser. So thank you so much for joining us. God bless all of you for being a part of this particular series. Have not 100% decided what game comes next at the time of this recording for our Thursday slot, but rest assured we will figure that out and bring you some more awesome. Feel free, if you'd like, to leave me some suggestions about the games that you'd like to see. Now, granted, I usually film weeks in advance, so by the time you leave me a suggestion on this video, I probably will have already made a decision, so your suggestion will probably go into the future. And by all means, looking to do, we talked about this in a previous video, looking to do kind of what Classic Game Room does with retro games. If people want to send me games to play, I'm going to set up something probably on a website eventually where that can happen, and you can send them and I can play them. I don't really want to do, same as Mark, I don't want to do loaners because I don't want to get into the business of having to ship stuff back and forth. So if it's not something that you want to give to the channel, then by all means, please keep it and don't do that. I don't want you giving away stuff that's precious to you. Anyway, friends, thank you so much for being a part of this. I love all of you, and I'll see you on the next one.